No. The title was supposed to be completely different. It's not Drawing Your OC's Life. Can I change it though? Okay. Let me change it in a second, and now let's connect to the other platform, which we can try to do in a moment. Click this, see if that works, and go live here. This I can change here. So okay, go live. Yeah, but I again don't have the chat for YouTube and for Twitch, which I'm gonna need to find in a moment. And now one more thing I wanted to do is go to my Discord, which is linked in a bio, and let you know that I am live. And then I need to change the title. So announcements. Hello, hello, say hi. Say hi, hi. Everyone live, everyone live, everyone live. Copy, copy, copy text, paste, and go and publish, yes. Hi user 7CB, I'm good, how are you? This is the last live of me drawing your request. Why? I'll get into that later on in the stream, but for now let me just try to set up the things. And Mercury, welcome. So if this is working now, I should be streaming horizontal and vertical on YouTube, which didn't work the last time. So let me just check if that works. Mercury, I can be the last cartoon hero. Why not? But I'm the same. If I make a typo, I'm inclined to straight away, you know, correct it, even though everybody knows these days that it's this stupid autocorrect or it's this stupid AR or whatever that is making those mistakes. Okay, so connecting to stream, it doesn't show it in my YouTube studio. Maybe if I refresh, let's see. Hello, Young's wife, how are you? It doesn't seem to be showing anything, but it is vertical. If I go vertical, excellent connection, it says. I'm just trying to see if this stream is working on YouTube and on YouTube. 1:40 a.m. At what time you normally go asleep? Now don't be shy. When I was younger I was going to sleep later, but now when I'm so old I'm going to sleep around 12 p.m. However, I was watching 3 a.m. is the longest. However, I watched the last 4 episodes of Dexter Resurrection. I love Dexter TV show. So I was so into it yesterday or 2 days ago that I watched it until 2 a.m. and then I woke up. So I went to bed closer to 3 a.m. So I woke up in the morning. Fortunately, I managed to go asleep again and got up around 9 or something, and I was so tired, but coffee helped. Yeah, so I am live on YouTube, right? And I am live on Twitch, which I don't know if anybody's there. Okay, there's a chat here. Is there a chat? Draw my OC, it's on my PFP, says a person on YouTube. Hello, deep fried ice cream. So this is one of the reasons why this is the last Drawing Your Request live stream, and I will get into that in a moment. Let's get few more folks here, which is funny me saying that because normally we have 4 people if we are lucky, and that's good, you know. That's awesome. I said, it's me, Milka, if you remember. Hey, Milka. Mika. Not Milka. I added L in there. You would need to refresh my memory and I would definitely remember, but my memory is not that good. That's why with my comic book work I need to write everything down. And then when I am away from it and I'm come back years later, I'm like, oh yes. Just joking. Anyway, Chicken, welcome. Hello, Chicken. What time is it at your place? We know that the Yin Yang's wife, it's 1:40 a.m. My time is, what is the time? It's almost 7 p.m. Yeah, so how can I see this chat in a separate window? Which is the issue I had the last time. Download for Windows? What? Download chat for Windows? Downloading? Toteo, hello. Vertical canvas window installer. No, this is not what I want. Is it just chat? I'm trying to download chat from Restream. Yes. So I can see chats from YouTube and from Twitch, which I said the last time. I'm not gonna be streaming on Twitch, and I probably won't. My markers all just fell. Hang on. My markers, funny you say that, because my markers fell off the other day, which was like 2 days ago. I have some markers here, which I can show you. So I have some markers here, right? These are my markers. These are my Hot Wheels, because in Aldi they sell it at the counter for €2 or 1.70, and I'm a sucker for, you know, things like that I like. So I have Posca, I have Ohuhu, these are the old ones, but I have new Ohuhu underneath there, which is this, and these are more like a brush, and I had them unzipped, and because they lay, you won't see it there, but they lay on the box of Scott Pilgrim comics, they fell off the other day. That's the story. The end of the marker falling story. Yes. So let me just launch that chat, extra chat. Soon it's almost my birthday. Happy birthday, Mercury. I hope you're gonna be in a positive mindset, which is the most important, more important than presents. Yes, I know, presents are the most important. But we collect things, we play with them for a while, and they just gather dust, you know? I know my Hot Wheels, but I try to not buy them anymore. Okay, Mercury, be multitasking. Happy birthday. And stomach. Do you like celebrating birthdays? I never did, because I felt all of my insecurities came out that, oh, nobody likes me and stuff. But thanks to some therapy, which is called like counseling and other stuff, it actually, this birthday that I had a few weeks ago was the best ever, I think. Even though, you know, it wasn't anything special, but I didn't go mental, I didn't go postal, and that's what counts. gmail.com. If there's anybody on YouTube or Twitch, I'm gonna see your chats soon. Now, what is my login to Restream? Can I just log in with Google account? I cannot, right? Because that would be just too convenient. That would be just too convenient. And by the way, hello, this is Ari. I just changed my user. Hello, Ari. Now you're N's. How am I gonna remember all of this? Folks, stop changing your usernames. I feel like every stream when somebody changes their username and I don't know who they are. No, please do change your usernames as much as you want. Okay, now I need to find my Restream password. So that's gonna take a second as well. But I thought it just as well I might start streaming. Otherwise, I would be just here, you know, setting all of those things. Okay, so now password for Restream. There is no password here. I need to open Google Chrome then. I think I wanna draw your OC, but I can't remember what while looking in your page. You're probably talking to me, but I always have this confusion, and I always think maybe somebody is talking with somebody else in the chat when they are asking me about stuff. Are you talking to me, Ying Yang? Are you talking to me? Hi Sharko, thank you for like loving my art. I did try my best. Okay, so now I need to open Chrome and probably find password for maybe because my brain is messed up, I like my sleep schedule, and yes, I am talking to you. Which character would you like to draw? You don't remember? Is that what you're saying? One of my OCs? Because there's the OCs from my comic books, and then there are OCs that I start to show from my object show comic book. Okay, so passwords. Now, if password for Restream won't be on, of course, it's not in Google Chrome either. What is my password? So in order for me to see YouTube and Twitch chat in one place, all I need to do is download an app from Restream. But then I need to log in, and it doesn't allow me to log in. I don't know how to log into this. And I'm streaming on YouTube, right? But if I go to YouTube Studio, connect streaming to start to go live, it doesn't show me the preview. So I don't even know if I'm streaming in vertical and I'm just using bandwidth, if I'm not, but apparently I am. But the last time I thought I am, and I wasn't. So all of this is really annoying, you know. Oh, setting up things is terrible. So once you have your system, you know, how you draw, your methods, your stuff connected, if you're drawing digitally, don't change anything and just keep it as it is, because it takes forever to set it up, and if something doesn't work, then it takes even longer to set it up again. But, so let's just ignore this. Chat. So the easiest way for me is just to go to Restream website, which I am logged in, and I can see the chat over there directly from the website. I guess that's the best we can do. So I'm going on holidays. Hey. Oh, chicken clocked out by accident. I'm gonna draw some of your requests today, and that's gonna be the last time I'm drawing your requests, which reminds me, I need to change the name of the stream on Twitch and YouTube. Final request. Drawing last. Where's the name of my stream on TikTok? Will it show it to me? Of course it probably won't. Because I changed the name on TikTok. Can anybody see the name of this stream by any chance on TikTok? Folks, people, friends, humans and the like. I think I wanna just request one last thing. It's always the one last thing, isn't it? Okay, so final drawing. Drawing your requests one last time. That's how I'm gonna call it. And you know, that not might necessarily be true, but it is true what builds engagement. There's one person watching on Twitch, probably a bot, I don't know. Let's look in the chat. Why? Okay, so let me get into that, but let me start drawing something, whatever, so you know you're entertained. Because probably you are not entertained right now. And by the way, I would love to stream for longer than 1 hour, like an hour and a half today. However, the last time, and this is very common for TikTok. It kicks you out after 1 hour. So this stream can abruptly stop. If it stops for no reason, it's not me getting fed up with you. How could I ever? It's because TikTok decides that there's nobody there. There's no action in comments, you know? Which is crazy. So when it's gonna be close to 1 hour, I need to have a close look. And if I disconnect, if I'm tired, I will not connect again. The last time I connected and nobody was there, so I disconnected. Anyhow. So it's annoying. Yeah, so let me start drawing something and then I will tell you why this is me drawing your stuff the last time. Yes. Mercury is a moderator, great. If there's anybody here, moderators, who's gonna be spamming, you know what spamming is. Message after message to draw their stuff. Please warn them gently. That normally works. And if not, mute them for 5 minutes, alright? Can I trust you? Alright. Oh, that, you probably didn't hear it, but that was a sound like in Matrix. No, you won't hear that. Alright. Okay. Yay, yay, yay. He's gonna be drawing now. Trust the moderation. In moderation we trust. Yes, exactly. So this is very dark. So if I move this, it's gonna be a little bit brighter. Hello, this is my keyboard. I don't like it, but you know, but it's a keyboard that works, unlike Apple keyboard. No, I like it. I love it. I just love that keyboard. This keyboard is the best. No sponsors here or there. I'm gonna draw you while you draw, cause I'm bored. Yes, let's draw something. Everybody get your pens and let's draw stuff. What are we drawing? Can we draw the same stuff and then share it in Discord? You know, I have a Discord link in bio. Yeah, if you're drawing, let's draw some stuff. Yeah, so the best way is to get a notebook. And at this stage I have too many notebooks. You're probably the same. But if you have only half a notebook and nothing else, that's fine as well. Okay, so let me just show you my notebook. My notebook is ArtGecko, which is a great company. I found it by chance in a shop, but they have this cool page which is like textured, like a skin, and I love this. And the quality of paper, it's also nice. So whenever I'm drawing those, you know, illustrations for you to enjoy, it is in this notebook, right? Where can I join your Discord? If you go to my profile, wherever, the Discord is linked there. So you just click there. On TikTok there is YouTube and Discord linked. I'm not, you know, an active user of Discord, but give me 2 more years. Thanks, chicken. Yeah, that's the zombie one. That didn't get many views, which is one of the reasons I might as well talk about. Oh, awesome. Thanks for joining Discord. I hope you enjoy stuff there. People are nice, I think. So I've been on and off trying to get into this social media stuff to promote my stuff. You know, like every artist, if we have something, we need audience, right? Which is normal. And long story short, OC fandom started to build in my TikTok. So I started to draw all of those objects, and you know, you always need to give value to users. So I was drawing your requests, but like those requests, or these requests, after summer was over, the views, the engagement dropped like crazy. You know, you need to keep pushing, but it's like doesn't give the same rewards. It doesn't have the same growth, you know. And if something isn't working, you need to adjust and move on in a way. So I think this stage of me drawing stuff for you mainly with existing characters, it's a little bit over. I will still add some capacity, but not, you know, like crazy. And it's just tiring as well, because like, what's the end goal? If I'm gonna be drawing stuff for you and nobody mostly sees that anyway, and I'm just bombarded by those requests, by people being annoyed, oh, why aren't you drawing me? Because everybody thinks only about themselves, you know, and they don't think there's thousands of other people, well, hundreds, well, dozens, who would like their requests drawn as well, right? That's why I started to draw different characters than OCs as well. But I hope this makes sense so far. But I'm really appreciative of object show community. This is kind of, I believe, universe, you know, showing me the way. And I think the natural progression is me drawing my own comic book and making content more of that. Because when I'm trying to show my real comic book debut, Dan and Clue Diet, that I've been working on 15 years and I want to finish this year or next year, finally, that's gonna be awesome. There is very little engagement in those, so it's not 1,000 views on TikTok, it's 200, 300, you know, hellhole of TikTok. So it's like nobody sees that. It's just what algorithm always gives 300 to people on TikTok, right? But it kind of but when I'm sharing, so it's not because of the art is bad, but you need to package it. And making stuff online isn't about your talent and your project. It's about packaging them. It's about creating content. So that means following trends, using, you know, viral music and whatever. But that's job in its own, you know. And who has time for that or energy to do all of those things? I don't. But I have energy to create an object show, which is awesome, which is my way comic book. And I think I can do that. I'm working on a system that is gonna be able to create content out of it. Yes. And creating content out of it means that I will share me drawing, coloring this comic book and sharing, you know, updates. So that will create a lot of content for you. So it's object show, objects that you love, but it's gonna be mine objects. And based on whenever I shared some of those on TikTok and on YouTube, they seem to be getting... Oh, I didn't share this one yet. This video is scheduled because I'll be on holidays. Oh, these are also scheduled, yes. So good, I noticed. Yeah, so that's the... Yes, Mercury, that was Dozer. That's gonna be published in 2 weeks time. So I'm going on holidays for 2 weeks at the end of this week, so I have videos scheduled from Thursday to Sunday, so you won't be bored. But it also was draining, you know, creating extra content as well. So that's the story there. So I think that's natural for me to invest in my own stuff, because that was always the goal. But again, not to alienate the audience, which is you, but also to start to build my comic book audience. So if there is 1 or 2 people who will buy my comic book when I finish it, the debut one, published in print and as an ebook, rather than the object show. So that's the whole goal. And the object show comic should be, you know, instant reward. So I will be able to publish that online straight away. So that's gonna be awesome when I'm tired of drawing my other 2 comic book projects. Only if I had money to buy it. Don't worry about that. I might, if I publish I don't think about money at this stage, right? And I wouldn't make much money anyway, I don't believe. If I publish an ebook on Amazon, because that's how I'm thinking about publishing this, Amazon direct publishing. And then, yeah, I was supposed to be drawing. So if I publish a comic as an ebook, now we can see that person is not capable of talking and drawing at the same time that well. If I publish an ebook, I could do a promotion where the ebook only costs 99 cents or something like that. And it's not really, and the purpose of that, it's not to make money, but to get positive reviews. So if you So I'm gonna be definitely, you know, advertising that or whatever. Again, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that, but that was my idea of doing that. Why is this shaking? This is connected to this, so the camera shouldn't be shaking. But oh, but this cable is touching the cable is touching the table, so it's shaking. It's shaking, people. It's shaking. And now I'm just tangled. I'm just tangled now. Oh my god, please help me. I am tangled. Okay, now maybe now it shouldn't be shaking. Yeah. So, yes. Yeah, Mercury, have fun. What is the comic about? So my debut comic is Dan and Clue Diet. It's couple, a relationship, so relatable. They are polar opposites, and they go on a diet for 13 days, which is a fool's diet. And then very wacky things happen. It's full of, you can read it, you know, adult kids will enjoy it on their respective levels. And I always try to make it entertaining, because movies these days, TV shows, they're just, you know, a lot of filler, nothing really happens, a lot of talking. So in my comic book there's a lot of happening, and I love Asterix, Tintin, so this is kind of the vibe, and it's still shaking, isn't it? And you can actually read it on Webtoons and Tapas, but I don't have that linked, because I published that as a webcomic as well, to try to share the, again, share the awareness before I finish you know, the full comic book debut. It's a comedy, first and foremost, but it's also a mystery. Okay, I need to move this cable, so I need to, you know what, I'm just gonna disconnect the power, because it has battery. And now it shouldn't be shaking. Why are you shaking? Because this is touching this. Oh my god, you see? You see all this troubleshooting? Okay, now it shouldn't be shaking. Mercury made a comic today during school. And you know, I always call your usernames when I read chat, and I notice a lot of people don't. But I'm new to this streaming. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't see any chat on Twitch or YouTube. There's one person on Twitch. Hey, person on Twitch, say hi in chat, please. Anyhow, if you ever see me, try calling me Mono if you wanna. Yin Yang's wife. If I could only remember to call you Mono, I would definitely do. So, you know, feel free to share your stuff if you're, you know, comfortable with it in my Discord, because that's the whole idea of this, and to me help you get better at drawing, really. Because I would like to teach people or help share my knowledge, you know. And I'm making those comic books also to, you know, life is not always great. Normally it's pretty miserable. So I make my comics, again, the goal is to, you know, to have a break from reality, to have some enjoyment, you know, stop thinking about our terrible lives. And it's tiring, because you keep trying, and you know, it takes time for everything, and you get like 42 like I am, and you start questioning yourself, and it's so tempting to let go, but I cannot let go, because it's so deep inside of me that I have to do it. Like, a day without drawing, it's not a cool day for me. No notebooks, piece of papers removed by, I don't know how to call it. I'm working on something, and I probably will show it once I'm done. Awesome chicken. Mono, I think I wanna show my short comics in the Discord. If you think you do, you should. Okay, hi Sammy the MP3 player, how are you on YouTube? Hi Charlie. Oh, Yingyan's wife, you're also there. So Mono is on TikTok and on YouTube as well. Very easy to follow all of this. And on Twitch, Sharko. Thank you, Sharko. Sharko, you're the same Sharko who's in TikTok, right? Because there wouldn't be two different Sharkos. You people are crazy. Watching multi-stream on two streaming platforms. Alright, let's do some requests. Just keep it civil. And you know, I'm not picking requests today. My moderators will be picking requests because I get so tired of those requests. It's like, what's the goal? You know, if your goal is just to build the audience, drawing requests is the best way to do. And there are channels that do that. But like, it's you know, you get tired of stuff after some time. And you need to find something that doesn't make you tired if you do it all the time. And for me, it's making my comic books, which I think it's for a lot of artists, but not for all. Yeah, I don't know what's this. But you see how this page is good? So I'm using permanent marker, right? And there's no bleed whatsoever. While normally I would be using this, which always comes with Ohuhu paper, with Ohuhu markers. And I didn't have to do it. This is such a good paper. Is it time for requests? There is time for requests, yes. And it doesn't have to be object chosen. It can be a Batman, and it can be a Batman, and it can be a Dark Knight, you know, like a Batman. Whatever. And my moderator is gonna pick it and pin it in TikTok there. Sammy says, Leafy X pin. I love markers that don't have bleeds. You see, user cube, it's not the marker, it's the paper. And most of those terrible sketchbooks, they would bleed all the time. Although this is Faber-Castell, so maybe that helps. But honestly, it's a good paper. Sammy, I think I drew Leafy and Pin many times before. Maybe not together, but separately. Can I do my final requests? Oh, it is. Yeah, definitely. Because I have some terrible sketchbooks, which I said to myself, I'm gonna buy 10 sketchbooks on Amazon because they are so cheap. They smell awful, they break in your hand, and they bleed like crazy. But so it's very hard to get a good sketchbook that doesn't cost arm and leg. But again, maybe in the future, this is a good company. It's from UK and they make quality products. That's actually even better, honestly, because most notebooks have pages that bleed. I'm surprised that this actually doesn't bleed. I'm so surprised. I noticed that the other day and I was like, wow, it doesn't bleed. Crazy. Could you do a pigeon? Asks for. You know I love drawing pigeons. But for this I need to take my, you know. And we are almost, I think we are half through this. Drawing bracelet E helped. Because I went through double pages on each when I tried to draw them in 10 seconds. Because that was bleeding, because this is just, you know, ordinary stuff. Plus, you know, drawing requests from people, it's like very hard to do as well. Because live, because it's not fair. You won't be drawing everybody's requests. Like, if I'm doing this in the future, right, I need to create like a Google form or something and then randomly pick the requests. But that doesn't make sense anyway if there's only like 9, well, not only 9, there's 9 people here, which is amazing. But for those requests to make sense, and there as well, here on YouTube and Twitch, you know what I'm trying to say. So, mono. Or stereo. And that was a dad's joke. I'm sorry. Can you do Bear from Bear Alpha, Goofy Goober account? Hi, Goofy Goober. User Cube on YouTube. Can you see, is it possible, are you watching me in horizontal or vertical? Is it any way for you to see if I'm streaming in vertical? Probably there isn't, right? Because how do you know if people are streaming? You would see them on their account probably. I don't know. For me it's just impossible to monitor this. Because YouTube Live Studio doesn't give me a preview, says it's connecting. Buy chicken. One day, maybe on your birthday, you're gonna get your phone and it's gonna be, you know... Oh no, I thought your battery is dying. Bye! Okay, anyhow. Charlie says, I'm pretty sure you're horizontal. Yeah, I know horizontal works, and yes. I do wonder, because I am streaming using Atum plugin on OBS. Apparently I am streaming there, but I have no way of actually checking. And this only worked first time, the second time it didn't work, and now I'm trying again, and I don't know if it's working or not. My only request is pencil and match holding hands. Mercury, are you pinning your own request? It's for like both. I came from TikTok to check the problem you said earlier on the stream. It's horizontal though. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, UserCube. This I kind of expected, because it shows on Restream, but I just don't know if it's showing on... Oh, if there's anybody watching this right now in vertical YouTube, please leave a comment in the chat, which I won't see, because Restream only shows me chat from horizontal anyway. So this is pointless. If you're watching on vertical on YouTube, I'm sorry, I cannot see your chat. Multi-stream is just killing me. Oh, I don't know if I should say this word. Oh my god, object cringe, I feel cringe, get it? We do get it. Yeah, so there was this one request, right? Where is it? Bear from Alpha, got from object cringe, falling asleep. Pigeon, matching on holding hands. You see, I'm not even feeling it making those, drawing those requests. That's why it's hard for me. I don't know how people can do it. Like, so basically you're streaming and you're doing stuff and people enjoy it, right? And most of the people will be drawing something they like, and I'm totally down with that. But doing those requests is just so draining, and it's nothing about you. It's, you know, it's just, it's still shaking. Why is it shaking? Oh, because of this. Because it's still touching this. So everything's connected. Is there any more? Okay, anyhow, Mercury. My only request is pencil and match holding hands. Pencil and match holding hands. Pencil and match holding hands. People, let's see if we can do pencil and match holding hands, and then maybe Sammy the MP3 player, we're gonna do your draw leafy and pin. Now, the trick today is I'm only drawing something from memory. So now straight away half of the people drops. No, I might maybe, you know, look. Maybe I'm gonna look up something if I need to. Anyhow, Mercury, I'm gonna pin your comment. I don't know if you can pin your own comments. Okay, pin. Oh no, was it pencil and match holding hands? So pencil, I was drawing. So I do remember that, which is kind of a crazy for his legs because he has this triangle upside down shape. There's one hand, and then there's the other hand, and now you want, where am I? Pencil and match. I don't think I was drawing much, But how hard can it be, right? All right, this is it. Let me know if this is too dark. I can shine more light. All right, Mercury, that's your, pencil and match. I hope it's at least half of what you wished for. Take a snapshot if you can. I'm gonna burn it to the ground as soon as this stream ends. So this is the request number 1. Now, how are we on time on... 40 minutes. I need to check before hours up if I need to, click yes, I'm still here, TikTok, don't end my stream. Now, Sammy, the MP3 player, you're still here? Are you still here on YouTube? Let me know in the comment. Is it even worth it to draw Leafy and Pin if you're not there anymore? I'm waiting, Sammy, I am waiting. Beautiful, says Mono, thank you. Ying's Yang wife. I can remember Mono because it rhymes with stereo. So everybody has different ways of, linking stuff to remember them. Some people are more visual, some are like rhymes, For me, it's like kind of a both. Or there are patterns. We are all pattern solvers. Okay, I don't see reply for Sammy, the MP3 player. So Sammy might be gone. Let's put a pin in drawing Leafy and Pin. Oh, I'm on fire today. Toteo, don't burn your art, just sell it to me. I was thinking, because I have all those drawings, right, to making, like, slice it and make a bookmark and give it to Patreon. I don't have Patreon, but I might in the future. If this gets anywhere, and I don't have to go back to real job, to offer it as a, after 3 months being on Patreon, you get like this. But I won't be bothered to sell that because it's too much time, packing it. I don't know how people can produce sticker stuff, go to the post office, send it to people. It's so much work. It's so much work. It takes so much time. That's why I want to publish my comic book on Amazon, because it's the least amount of work. Even though, can you draw clock from ITFT? Let's put a pin on clock because I drew clock before. You can see it on my channel though. Thank you for the request. Mercury, you're still here, right? Can you pin some interesting requests if you get any? I mean, if you see any. A lot of most popular objects you can find on my account if you just scroll, and I've been drawing them since May like crazy. May, June really, and now I think I'm gonna invest some time and draw my own objects, and I think you're gonna love them, and you're gonna love that comic book as well. It's gonna be a lot of humor there, a lot of mystery, and I can't wait to share it with you, which is gonna be definitely this year, more likely in December. Things take time. Let's see. I don't want to sound annoying, but can you draw Ice Pack from orbit? I don't know, Yeli, again, how that looks. And I'm trying to draw stuff that I know, maybe, I don't know. Walk Cycle from Web. Walk Cycles, Epic Blender. Can you draw 9 from Teapot, pretty please? With a cherry on top, which is a very nice, please, ask, thank you, and goodbye. But it's overwhelming. So if a moderator picks those up, it's easier for me to clear my mind. Whoa. We have 10 people, we have some requests. And I was joking anyway. I'm not gonna burn it. I'm just gonna toss it to the bin. I know, but I have so many pages from my comic book that I'm not throwing away. But I would like to throw them away. But I think if I ever become actually successful, I can sell those off. Can you draw clicky from tree? Asks Mrówka. I don't know how to. I don't know clicky from tree at all. Anyhow, let's draw some of your requests. Why not? Let's move on. Okay, MB ask for Liam from. So let's draw this as well because I know how to draw it. So Liam, right? Well, I kind of know how to draw it. And my object, Liam has arms or not? I don't remember. It definitely has straps. I don't remember if it has this one there as well. This is as best as we can do with Liam, considering I am drawing from memory. Hope you like. And I don't know how people can be how they can stream so much time, because I put so much energy that after 45 minutes I'm just drowning here. But you know, maybe they just, you know, they are themselves and not overhyped like I am overhyped now, just for you. Yeah, I'm gonna level down on the overhyped stuff. Could you draw Hatsune Miku if you know what she looks like? I'm not that good with anime because I'm not drawing them constantly. Well, I tried live streaming before by just playing games. It did go well for me personally. Good for you. You know, everybody's different. I'm really happy it went good for you. It's like, you know, if I was younger, I would probably be doing this more often and be more crazy about it. But then you need to have your priorities in life as well. But I would love to do it more frequently. I would love to do it, you know, for a couple of hours a day, 3 times a week. But I am not in a position where I can just invest so much time doing that in hopes that, I don't know, something magical is gonna happen, because I believe something magical can happen with my comic book projects, but not really with live streaming. And all those people on social media you see, barely any of them is making any money unless they are in the 0.something% that you see, you know, on YouTube and stuff, which is very difficult to achieve unless you start when you were a teen 20 years ago, you know, which I was a teen 20 years ago, but not with access to internet, and I have life and all that stuff. Anyhow, can you draw Grassy from Teapot? We can draw Grassy from Teapot. Now, as you can see, Grassy kind of looks like fiery if there's no color. Don't remember if Grassy has hands. But let's say this is Grassy. Kind of looks like fiery. Can you draw Ice Pack from Orbit? Can you draw Yin Yang like in my profile picture? So this is Yin Yang, and I drew it before. Once I made a dedicated video, and I'm not really happy how that turned out, you know. But yes, the answer is yes. Okay, can you remind me, Yin Yang has hands as well or not? Mono. Are we looking at hands here? He does. Okay, thanks user 7. Appreciate. So, you know, time will tell how this goes. I hope, I don't know what to expect with my comic book. I don't know if there's gonna be, how that's gonna go, because there's no way of me knowing that. But for sure, there's more chance of that being popular or getting some views or something, based on the fact that there's you guys following me on Twitter and whatnot. Sorry, Twitter, on TikTok. Other than, you know, my comic book, debut comic book, which is like Dan and Clue Diet, which is I need to spend more time trying to package it so it actually gets somewhere. But today I, you know, published that video. If you haven't seen it, look at my YouTube, TikTok. When I compare myself referencing, so pausing for the illustrations, and that got me 2 subscribers on YouTube, which is a lot, considering most of the time it's like 0. So that gave me hope. I hope you get more fame soon, man. Thanks, Sharko. I used to be crazy about fame. Oh, by the way, Mono, do you like your yin yang? I hope you do. I used to be crazy about fame. Now all I want is peace and quiet, and, you know, financial stability. There's a much cooler way to say that, which I overheard it today. Being on the radio, which is financially sorted, which sounds so awesome. No, not crazy amount of money, but, you know, peace and quiet, a nice lovely place, and be able to draw stuff you like and have people who enjoy that, maybe even be crazy about that. Wouldn't that be great? And this is in the realm of possibility. Could you draw 6 from Teapot, please? She's on my PFP. We can draw 6 from Teapot. And, you know, drawing those characters used to get me, so that's what I said at the beginning of the stream, used to get me a lot of views, and that's how all of this started. But then it kind of stopped, so there's no point me doing the same stuff that I was doing, you know, before if it's not working. But, you know, it makes sense. Oh, I forgot how to draw 6 now. It makes sense to share. And I think there's, you know, like you, and there's more people who are, you know, seeking or would like more new object shows. It's gonna be completely different. There'll still be voting present in this, but it's gonna be much different than, you know, what you're used to. Something that, you know, it's true to me, but also something that follows the kind of rules of object shows in a way, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. And again, like with my comic book Dan and Clue series, I have 9 albums planned. You can appreciate it if you're younger, if you're older. There's something for everyone. Anyhow, so that's 6. I know it looks like it has been in a hospital for a week or longer, but that's my 6 for you. Hope you enjoy. Now, Pretzel, just don't spam messages. And Pretzel is... so people, don't spam, okay? Don't go crazy. Whenever we go above 10 people, the comments are going crazy. And for this, I need help of my moderators. Mercury, you're still there. Oh, you're there. Thank you. Yeah. If there's anybody else who is a regular here and would like to be a moderator, give me a shout in the comment. Mercury, if you can pin another request, we're gonna draw it. But no pressure. So we have this so far. We have version of Liam, but I do like the smile. I like the smile a lot. There's the smile. There's the Grassy, who looks like fiery. Yin Yang from Mono. Not stereo. Sorry, I'm gonna be making this joke. Which and 6, which reminds me, which gives me a brilliant idea about a character for my object show, which I'm just gonna write down now. So thank you. And also, you know, if you'd like, I could use your help with some names of the characters in the future. Test tube. I'm good, thank you. How are you today? A little bit over my chords, speaking chords are a little bit tired because I was over presenting on this live stream. And now I'm like, did bro spawn the BFD fandom? Well, you could kind of say that. Oh, test tube is good. Excellent. Overall, you know, if you look at the life trajectory, I'm much better than I used to be, because I used to get depressed, offended, you know, taking things personally in the past. So I'm doing this less and less, which is great, you know. Seb, someone asked for free tree from Teapot. Can I pin it in comment? Yes, please do. Mercury, pin it away. And as soon as I'm done with any, you know, of those drawings, feel free to pin to your heart's desire. That's the whole idea here. And again, if there's anybody who is a regular here and would like to be a moderator, just give me a shout. I don't even know if Mercury can make other people moderators. I think you can, but I don't remember if I gave you this power. Oh, I switched to... Okay, so I'm back. I have a keyboard shortcut which switches... Oh, it doesn't do it now. Okay, never mind. I just had it over. Okay. Yes. You know, with those characters, I don't remember where they have their eyes often. And I know that their eyes are spread apart, but I do like my eyes being close together. So this looks like a very, very sad I don't think in my object comic there's gonna be any numbers or letters. I would love to have some, maybe letters, but numbers were done. They are, BFDA really owns all the numbers, don't they? And I don't want to be, you know, and I don't want to create something that is trying to be the same what's already there. I want to create something different, something new. That's why I'm really excited, because I loved objects. I appreciate them, and there's many objects around me or from my past that I can create characters from, which I am doing, which weren't used before. So this is Tree, and again it looks like it spent 2 weeks in a hospital, and I think that's gonna be a pattern of this live stream. But anyhow, this is Tree for you. Hope you enjoy. Mercury, what have you got for me there? And okay, I can look it up. I can look up some other Let's look. How are you today? I don't know. I'm a little bit dizzy. I spent 2 weeks in a hospital. I spent 3 weeks in a hospital. Oh man. Hello Earth to Seb from YouTube. Hello Charlie, welcome. Imagine I was in TikTok live. I would love to be a moderator if I can though. Charlie. You know what? I would be very happy to make you a moderator on YouTube though. Once the situation presents itself, arises, definitely let's do that. But now I am not on, basically I am not directly on YouTube, so I don't have the power to make people moderators, and on YouTube I don't have people watching me that much, right? So like we have what? We have 3 people on YouTube and on Twitch. Are they bots? You're definitely not bot, Charlie, but I don't know about the other ones. On TikTok we have 13-12 people, you know, dying to get the request drone. But if that gets, you know, to the numbers of TikTok, so we get 10 people on YouTube or even less, but if it gets crazy with comments, I'm gonna find this setting and I'm gonna make you a moderator. Yes. Can you be a moderator? A lot. Yes, Ems, you can be a moderator. Let me just give you a moderating powers. Give me a second there. Give me a second. I need to click on your username, which brought me to your... Where is this? Okay, it's 3 dots, add moderator. Now wait a moment for the window to open, which opens here, of course, because we definitely not want to be making it easy for Seb and having the window open here. Come on, window. Okay. So you can moderate comments. All of my moderators on TikTok, right? You can moderate comments. You can block, allow moderators to turn on or off comments and block keywords, mute accounts, block accounts, pin comments, advance, manage guests, no, star comment, allow moderators to manage star comments. I don't know what that means. Anyhow, you are a moderator now. Thank you so much. Okay, so... Oh, okay, people, we are 1 hour into the live stream on TikTok. Now let's be very, very careful, because the last time TikTok kicked me out, let's hold on, everything on hold now. But now it doesn't give me any window warning that there's no activity in the comments, like the last time it did. Somebody gave me a diamond, thank you so much. And a present, that was probably that. Can I see? I cannot hear alerts, so fun, you did that, thank you so much if you did. So it's not kicking me out. It has a warning saying get info on Irish presidential election. Like, I need to see that now when I'm streaming. Are you insane? Why do you put this notification in my live stream TikTok? No, I don't want to get info on Irish presidential election. Thank you very much. Go away. And there's no X. There's no X to exit. Why? Okay, anyhow, if TikTok live stream ends for any reason, at any time, we're just gonna call it a day. But so far, it doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, okay. UserCube, you're still watching, so it doesn't disconnect. Oh, thank you, thank you. No, it's okay on YouTube. It's okay on YouTube and on Twitch. The issue is on TikTok. TikTok disconnects people after an hour or whatever, whenever they feel like, because they have, that's their software. Anyhow, moderators, any other requests you think would be good to draw? Let me know by pinning the comment. And you know inanimate objects or whatever, you know, better than I do to pin that stuff. What else did I wanted to tell you today? Hi Eliezer, I'm good, how are you? I'm going on holiday this Saturday, so I have all the videos pre-scheduled, which took forever to make, so you won't be bored, I hope. But if I'm not replying to comments, you know, or sharing stories, it's because I'm out for 2 weeks. But I'll be back on the 7th of November or something like that. But I have those scheduled until the Sunday. Cooker Doodle on YouTube. I've been watching all of your live streams. It's sad for this to be your last one. Ain't it so? I have good news for you, Cooker Doodle. This is not the last stream, but very likely it might be one of the last streams when I'm actually drawing your requests live, because I'm fed up with that. So I'm gonna be sharing my object comic or drawing stuff I like, and we're gonna chat, we're gonna have as much fun as we always have. And you know, I'm here if you have any art related questions. I'm here to help you get better at art, so you know, feel free to shout in comments on Discord, link in my bio, profile, whatever. You can always ask me there. I think I should create a channel, art advice or something. That's, you know, work in progress anyway. Mercury, can Mono be a moderator? Okay, Mono was Airy before, and Airy is a regular on the channel, a person I can trust. So yes. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you? Okay, so Yin Yang's wife, you are Mono. So now let me just make let me know. We don't want to mute you, Mono. We don't want to block you. I'm just messing. We want to make you a moderator. I'm so excited. There's so many people willing to help with moderating. Thank you so much, especially now that we have 11 people in the chat. It's crazy. Okay, you're a moderator now. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'm so happy. You wouldn't believe that I don't ask you to double tap that screen to send more hearts, because I don't know if there's any point for me asking that, and I don't know who benefits. Definitely not my stream getting into more, you know, accounts. Yes. User Cube, can't wait for your object comic or your comics in general. Thank you so much. That's the whole point of this. So it makes me feel great. Now, before we pin any other requests, let me just quickly show you my idea for, not, you know, I won't be showing you anything, but let me show you my content strategy idea. Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Everything that it's simple, it's very difficult to make. So whenever you hear something simple, whenever you see something simple, it took much more work to make it simple than if it was looking complicated. Because you can write a very detailed story, but make it concise, clear. That's, you know, a real genius. So now, what we have here, folks, what we have here, right, are 9 panels. Kind of a wider than, longer than wider, to be like, you know, your horizontal screen. And I was thinking this was gonna be one page with 9 illustrations, and that's gonna be like one episode, right? And I was, episode 2, and I started to sketch the story, but I was constrained by this. There was not enough room to make, you know, a good plot points or whatever, you know. So I was like, okay, maybe one panel I can divide into 2, because you read it from top to bottom on webtoons or whatnot, right? I can even divide a panel into 3 smaller ones, you know, 1, 2, 3. But that didn't gel with me, because like, this is too small. I don't like it at all. So in the process of thinking about it and, you know, developing this idea, I came out with solution to have 2 pages being an episode, which gives me much more breathing room, right? And now, the fun part. So I can share this as a image post on TikTok, so you don't have to go to Webtoons, you don't have to go to Tapas. You can just read it on your favorite app if you're actually on TikTok. With YouTube, you can share image posts up to 10 images, not more. So one page, even though this is one episode, I could just share it, you know, Tuesday you get one page, Thursday you get the second page, or you know, whatever, Thursday, Sunday, whatever, right? But on YouTube you can only share square. Are they a loser? YouTube, make vertical images post. So that would mean I would need to squeeze it, which I don't like. Anyhow, that's for the comic book, right? Bye bye, Toteya. See you next time. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Yes. Oh yeah, we can play tic-tac-toe, Mercury. So I was trying to record this because each of those panels can be a video, right? So I have content. See, 9 panels, I have 9 videos. But so I was trying to color it first, then to ink it, but it turned out terrible, which I have the first panel drawn, and it just turned out terrible. But I can color it first. Sorry, I colored first, then I inked. I can ink it first. So already when you watch that, you see something and you have the I got your attention now. And then I'm gonna color it in, you know, 9-6 seconds, right? Just, you know, maybe a time lapse, or maybe just, you know, start, finish, middle. So this creates a whole lot of content for everyone to enjoy, and I think this is gonna work. So that's my plan. That's my plan. You heard it here first. This is my plan for this. How often can I do this? Well, I have this system when I draw one page on only A4 sheet of paper, and normally I draw 4 times the size. Like this is my comic book page, right? This is A3. This is half of the page for Dan and Clue comic. Well, you won't see anything here. I can show you the like this, right? So that's half page only, which is crazy huge. And the bigger it is, the longer it takes to draw. That's why my brilliant idea is just to use normal A4 page for a page. And then when this is a webtoon, I know it's a lot, please bear with me. If I'm sharing that, so I can always publish this as a normal comic book in print if it ever gets to that. But for webtoons, you know, they need those vertical panels, right? Because you scroll from top to the bottom. So I can just rearrange those this way. And this is my brilliant solution. If you're ever thinking about making a webcomic or whatnot, feel free to use my idea as well. It took me forever to figure it out. Isle of Ice has low battery, so goodbye. Thank you so much. See ya. Have a wonderful evening. Isle of Ice. Bye-bye. This is a occurring event on my live streams where people seem to be out of battery, and I don't know where are you watching my live streams, but it's definitely not in your humble abode. Are you on a rooftop? Yeah, so this is the story of my comic book. I will share more characters, I will share the title, and sooner than later you're gonna see some pages, and I hope you will like. Mystery, comedy, a little bit of drama, because an animate object needs those sweet drama, don't they? And it's a two-name, the name has 2 words. Eliezer is excited to see it. I'm also excited, and it's all thanks to you, and it's awesome. I just love it, you know. I love turning my life experiences into comics, and it's so nice. Just, you know, we all, when we're creating stories, we all use our own experiences, more or less, right? And it's so lovely to find a new avenue to do that in a form of inanimate objects, which wouldn't be my first choice. I wouldn't even be thinking about creating this story if it wasn't for you, so thank you. Then again, I own all the copyright, but you inspired me to do it, so thank you. Mercury, you're at 4%, and you're nowhere near the charger either. Okay, moderators, what do you think? Should we draw SMG4 for Shadow Chao, or do you have other ideas, folks, moderators? Mono has 43%. Now you need those, you know, black glasses meme when you're smug. Whatever you decide, just pin it and I'm gonna draw it. Hello, Alyssa. Hello. So we are now... Okay, listen, we are now in an hour and 15 minutes in. I'm gonna draw one more request. I'm gonna go to the loo, to pee, only number one. I swear. And then we can do it for a little bit longer. So I was thinking an hour and a half today. Yeah. I was thinking even 2 hours, but because of those troubleshooting that I even started before I went live, I wanted to finish at 8 p.m, but it's 8 p.m. in 7 minutes now anyway. So we will see. Okay, Shadow Chao, this is your moment. I need to Google this because I have no idea what am I getting into. Is this a gun? And again, if at any moment TikTok kicks me out, that's gonna be the end of it, and I'm gonna also end stream on Twitch and YouTube shortly afterward, but for now we are good. Hope that makes sense. SMG4. Oh my, this is not an object, this is a Mario-like character. What is it? What is it? Explain. Explain in a one sentence. What is SMG4? Who is he? Tell me. I know I can watch it on YouTube, but how do I start? It's like a persona of a co-founder from Glitch Production. Alright, this tells me immediately everything and nothing at all at the same time. I do like it's a Mario. I used to love Mario, but because of this, you know, Switch 2 drama, and I don't own it, but I always, you know, if I was to have any console, it always was kind of a Switch. So this character has kind of a shapes that I'm drawing when I'm drawing my characters. Let's give him a neck for a change, even though he doesn't have a neck normally. And now for eyes I'm gonna need a less thick marker, because otherwise I would ruin it. Right? And a little bit of body, but not body horror. Wah, wah, wah. And a thumbs up, so thumbs up we have. Oh, he has a glove. Oops, oopsies. All right. There you go. Not the best, not the worst. Here's the SMG4 for you. Shadow Chao, hope you like. You know, with all those things you can always draw it better, but the best way to improve your art is just move on, create new drawings. You can always revisit those. And that's what we are doing, always. Anyhow, I'm gonna go to the loo. I'll be back in a moment. Chat between you. Hopefully, TikTok doesn't kick me out. I think the mic was underneath this whole time. Be right back. Old man's bones. Thank you, Eliezer. It was nice to be back. What shall we draw? Moderators, pin a comment. We're gonna draw something more. I'm gonna add a little bit more light. Demon, we got somebody new in the chat. Yeah. So when I was streaming at the beginning, I don't know about test tube. I did draw it on my channel once. So when I started to stream, I don't know, was that around summertime as well? Because there was like once almost 40 people in the chat, and that was crazy as well. Not many moderators either, but now with so many moderators, we could do it. I think we can handle it. But I do like that there's, you know, nice cozy group that we have here. I do like it. Yes. So anyhow, well, yeah, we need a positive mood. You can be positive, you can be negative. It's your choice. Not many people realize that. It's always a choice. About success, just quickly, and I'm paraphrasing. They say that, you know, success is when opportunity meets preparation, and I do like that. I do like that idea. Seb, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? This is a very good question. I like pistachios. That would be my first go-to, even though you always only get those, you know, on holidays or in the seaside resort. What's yours? What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Can you draw Mabel from Gravity Falls? You know what? I'm gonna draw Mabel from Gravity Falls, since nobody's pinning any comments. Why not? I do love Gravity Falls. I don't think I ever watched it till the end of the, you know, story season arc. Mabel. But I remember watching that when it was coming out, and it was like, illustrations were great, story was so cool, and the mystery was so awesome. Netflix has a lot of cool shows, animated ones that are like for adults. I'm talking about Bozeman Horse or something, or Bob's Burgers. I don't really get that, but they have like Carol, which is adult themed, not anything, you know, not well, it has those things as well. It's for adults for sure, but it's nice looking inside of the person life and how they experience life on the planet when it's about to end. You know, it has very nice kind of a drama, not screaming at each other, but very nice vibe. Cool, a lot of cool shows that I even don't watch. Okay, Mabel. I never drew Mabel, so I'm looking forward to this. There's a nice image over there I see on the screen. So Mabel. And you know about my object comic book, it would be very easy for me to draw it only black and white. Well, maybe add some just one gray tone or something. Well, it would be easier than drawing in color. But I believe, based on my experience in those few little months, wee months posting on media, social, that people are much more excited or inclined to watch something when it's in color. And I may be wrong though, because there's a lot of people just doing black and white, but for me, I think I get more views if it's in color. That's why my comic book will be in color. Plus, I will have that, as I, described, I will have the reason to, a way to record it and make content out of it. Would it be a digital comic drawn on paper? Yes! I am all traditional. I color on computer, but this one's gonna be color on paper as well, so I can make content out of it, you know? And I did not learn drawing digitally. So for me, it's very difficult to switch to digital or do, one comic book project in digital, one in traditional. Because digital has a lot of benefits. You can erase, you can, zoom out, make smaller, bigger straight away. And when you're drawing on paper, you need to erase the whole pencil and you lose whatever drawing you sketched. But I have much more control when I'm drawing with pen on paper than on that freaking glass. Yes, anyhow. Mabel. And Mabel, it's also a name of character on Only Murders in the Building, which is a show for old folks like me, and I love it. You know, I have an opinion I would like to share about that. When you're watching a TV show and it isn't really crazy exciting, but you like the characters, so you are watching for the characters, right? And it's for me like a comfort TV show. And you buy that show. You don't find those plot holes or you don't find it unrealistic. You just like it. So that's, I know like Dexter is like not crazy, high-end TV, but I do love it. And I do like my Only Murders in the Building, and lately I've been watching High Potential, which has that actress from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I also like it a lot because it reminds me of all those old procedural crime drama TV shows with a twist. Alright, anyhow. Let's just look at the chat, and that was a mistake because I need to focus on this. Oh, and by the way, Asterix is my favorite comic book, and in October it's my birthday, and also in October every 2 years there's a new album being released worldwide. So at the end of this month, very soon, there's gonna be new Asterix, and I'm very excited. And TV show on Netflix, Asterix and the something, it's also fantastic. Okay, so she should have more chin, but the whole idea of drawing a character in your style is to draw it your way and not one-to-one. Are we still streaming? Is everything okay? Are we still on TikTok? Yeah, no warnings so far. Cool. And I love hair that has this, flowy way. and you're gonna see that in my comic book Dan and Clue characters. There's a lot of cool hair. And you can recognize character by their silhouette, which is not something I was doing on purpose, but I did do it. I did do it. Okay, now I don't really have colors here. Actually, I do have blue. I don't like it when I'm sick. Who's sick? Who needs help? What did I miss? So basically, coloring with one color would be something like that, right? So you use one color to Alright, so here we go, Mabel from Gravity Falls. Hope you like Eliezer. That was for you, wasn't it? Mono, goodbye. You know, when people start to leave by one by one, it's always a message for me to stop streaming. Plus, I meant to stop streaming soon anyway. You can always rewatch that on YouTube. For now, I'm keeping those live streams on YouTube if you miss or if you like. So it's 8:09. Bye, Mono. It's 8:09. Let's draw one more character. Or maybe two. Hello, Charlie. Hello again. So, can you do Lord Test Tube? Can you do Lord Blackout from Object Legends? It might be a bit hard to find because it's unpopular. Yeah, those unpopular ones are just the worst, to find. Could you draw Kid from Burner? I did draw something for you already, didn't I? Is there anybody else who did not get their request? And are they and can any moderator Mercury? It's 9 p.m. in your country. No, it's 8:10. Sorry, I missaid, if that's a word. So I'm in Irish Standard Time, which is the same as UK. TikTok just told me to stroll for no reason. TikTok's good at that. Sharko, Juice Box from Covert Conflict has a pretty simple design. Covert Conflict, it's a very cool name. And my name also for my comic object show has 2 words. And I think they are brilliant. Considering how it all came to be. Which is not something. I apologize, the next time I'll pick something easier to find. Test Tube, no reason to apologize. It's fine. It's like sometimes I just, as I said, get those characters that I look and I cannot find, and I spent like 10 minutes looking for them, and it's just like, and maybe it is easy to find, but you said it's not, so. Could you do Eridan Ampora from Homestuck? Sporks, do not spam messages, please, or you will be muted. Once it's enough. The moderators see the requests and they have the power of pinning the comment, hint hint, so I can draw it. Yes, you're right. I'm so sad that Mono left that I'm gonna end that stream after this drawing. I'm just joking. But how we are an hour and 30 minutes in, and normally I can barely manage an hour with those live streams. But I would love to do it like 2-3 hours, so that's why I'm trying to push myself as well. But I should start sooner, shouldn't I? Which reminds me, we need to do a poll on. Oh, the restream is very far behind. It's only an hour and 24 minutes now that I look at it, and it's and I'm already streaming an hour and 34 minutes. So for some reason YouTube and Twitch is 10 minutes behind? No, that can't be right. Anyhow, folks, sorry. What should we draw? And if you're gonna be, you know, asking me the same all the time, I would probably ignore it because that's spamming, you know, folks. Can I try to request something else, or should I wait until next time? So, you know, next time might not happen that soon. So that's for one. Thank you, Elisa. Mercury, if you can pick up one of the requests there, whatever you feel like, that would be great. Seb, could you draw the Bad Cop from the Lego movie if you are able? Bad Cop from Lego movie. That's from user Cube on YouTube. Now, if YouTube is 10 minutes behind, I don't know how that's worked. That's impossible. It cannot be 10 minutes behind. Bad Cop Lego. Yeah, probably not, because that would look terrible. Because I'm not used to drawing that, so I'm gonna skip it for now. Because you wouldn't be happy with how that turns out. It's a few seconds behind. Yeah, that's normal with streaming, you know, stuff is behind. It's always like 5 seconds behind, sometimes more. Thanks for checking, by the way, I appreciate it. It's on my computer, it just shows like... I'm just gonna switch off this tab. Because I have chat on Restream platform, and I see the preview there, but it's just probably just... close. Okay. So, what should we draw? Again, if you already requested, do not request again, please. Have you Words with Friends tile from It's Time for That before? I did hear about this because that was requested some time ago. Have you done Words with Friends style? I did some character there, I don't remember which. Words with Friends. It's Time for That, but definitely not tile. Okay, let's do that because that's... Okay, tile from It's Time for That because that's easy and I don't have any other pinned. It doesn't have feet. It doesn't have palms. This is so disturbing, guys. And why is this shaking? It's again because of this. Ah, man. Ah, this is... I get so upset when the camera is shaking. I've been trying to sort it for a very long time. At the end, I just, you know, took the clamp on this IKEA shelf that it's not connected with the desk, so it won't be shaking. Anyhow, C. Caps lock on, caps lock off. Anyhow, C. C. Ready for C? 3, 2, 1, C. Wow. So there's their dirtish. There's the tile from It's Time for That for you. Hope you enjoy. Power banks, it's in heaven. Always good to hear. Heaven, it's just heaven. You're very welcome, Test Tube. And you know, I love drawing letters. I do love it. And I know like there are channels that are dedicated for calligraphy, which I cannot kind of pivot into. But I would like to draw. Oh, thank you so much. So let's recap what we have. today. So nothing. Then we have Mercury, pencil and match. We have Liam. We have Grassy, that looks like fiery. We have Inkian for mono. We have 3. We have 6. We have SMG4. We have Mabel, and we have Tile C, which is pretty good. How many was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more. It would be so great if there was like a Moonlight says Tile is a goat. Thanks. I really like how that C came out. Give me one letter. A letter in chat, folks. One letter. I'm waiting for a letter. E. Thanks, Elisa. Who would have thought? So, I do love drawing those letters, right? And the best way you can actually create something, it's when you're not thinking. There's a small E. Yeah, but I do love me drawing my letters. This one looks like a pitchfork. You see that? You see that? Okay, hey. Okay, so we're gonna end this stream drawing your letters. And I hope you're not spelling any bad words here. Okay, folks, we're gonna stream for a few more minutes and I'm gonna draw your letters here. If anybody on YouTube would like to send a letter as well, or on Twitch, you're welcome. So we have E. Now I'm gonna use the same piece of paper for some letters. Only one letter per person. Okay. So we have E. Let's do E again. We have T. That's T. You have Q. Okay. We have A. User Cube. That's Q for you as well. Sparks. Come on. We can do 1K. G. You know what this starts to look like, right? Like a test for eyesight. Maybe that's gonna be my next career. We have lower capital D. We have J. We have Z. It looks like cactus to me. Ha ha ha. Yeah, cool. By the way, I was just drawing a cactus for my debut comic Dan and Clue. In the final scene, there's a cactus present. So that's very funny you said that. John Egbert. Okay, lower A. Low Q. I'm not that good with Q. I still have this in my camera lore, the E. Awesome. D. And lower B. Did we go through all the characters? Oh, and Sharko asked for S. You know, I'm good with S when I'm not thinking, but whenever I need to draw S, I can never get it right. Never. So like, I would be super psyched to be drawing your names or your usernames in the next stream, because I'm not burnt by that. Would you be down with that? Yes or no? I think it's a yes from everyone. Oh, you see, this S didn't work at all. This S is cool. It reminds me one of the logos. I don't remember which one. All right. Yes, all over the board. Amazing. Thank you so much for today. I hope you had a good time. It was a blast for me. Now, I am going on holiday soon, so I will see you in probably over 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time, really. And we're gonna do a stream then. And then, Eliezer, I'll try to be better with live streams so far. I mean, as much as I can. Thank you so much, TestTube. Thank you so much, Eliezer. I really would like to make those regular, so you know when you can expect those. But I need to ask you on Discord link in my bio. I will do that, or remind me what is the best time for you, for all of us, kind of us, so I'm streaming kind of like now or a few hours before probably. Sorry, cannot do anything for Australia or New Zealand or something. Have a good night, folks. Thanks so much. I will see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever. Good stream. Good stream. That's a wave from a president. No, that's something like that anyway. Okay, and now we're gonna end on Twitch. Whenever there's more than one, you confuse them all the time like crazy. So stop vertical if it was even streaming, and now stop this. Bye. Thanks YouTube, thanks Twitch.